If y'all are seeing me for the first time, my name is Tracy. I'm the creator and I run our YouTube channel, but I also am the author of our blogs. And if you want like a readable tutorial version of a lot of our videos of what we're all about here at 4D Farms, we're all about faith, family, home, and farm. You can catch us on our blogs at 4dfarms.blogspot.com and 4dfarms.wordpress.com. Have you ever wanted to make pinto beans, but you're pressed for time and you don't want to do all that pre-soaking and then boiling and then cooking and simmering? Just all you need to make pinto beans very quick is an Instant Pot and your beans. Come on, I'll show you how. I am going to make a small batch of pinto beans tonight, but I'm going to turn around and take it a step further and turn them into baked beans. You don't have to use navy beans to make baked beans. You can use pinto beans. One bean serves a whole lot of different purposes. We quit buying navy beans to make homemade baked beans with. We just started buying pinto beans. And I can get so many things out of pinto beans just by using them different ways. So you're going to take your beans, you're going to wash and rinse them and strain them. Pour them in your pot. You're going to put enough water in there just to cover the beans. And I know this is a big pot just for this amount of beans, but it's going to be okay. You want about an inch water over your beans, okay? You're going to put your lid on. Put it on sealing. Can y'all see that? Put it on sealing. Up here's the thing. Put it on sealing. Then you're going to hit pressure cook, high pressure. The last thing I cooked was a roast and I needed that many minutes. You're going to do it for 30 minutes. And then you're going to let it do its thing and then let it natural release. And then when it goes through this cooking and then it naturally releases, I'll bring you back and show you what we're going to do next. While those are cooking, I'm sorry y'all, I'm scratchy and my throat's giving me a little bit of trouble. Quick little tip. If you want to do just pinto beans, but you want to flavor them, you can flavor them any way as to how you want to eat them. We like Pioneer Woman's Fiesta beans or ranch beans, sometimes she calls them. They're in her cookbook. You can add onions, you can add garlic, you can add peppers. You can add any kind of seasonings that you want. If you're doing a Mexican dish, use all of your Mexican spices like paprika, cayenne pepper, chili powder, all those onion powder, all those seasonings. Oh, goodness, what else? So many things you can make with pinto beans, y'all. I do all different kinds of pinto beans. Sometimes I will just take some pinto beans and throw some chunks of ham in it, or a ham bone that we have had left over after a holiday ham or something, like Easter or Christmas or a cookout or something, and there's still meat on the bone. I will just take that ham bone with that little bit of meat on it, throw it in a pot of pinto beans, maybe in the crock pot or something too, and then just let it cook down and get all that flavor and get that ham off in there. It pulls away from the bone really easy once you do that. Oh, so many ways you can dress up pinto beans. And like I said, we quit buying pinto beans to make our homemade baked beans with, because we were buying like a bean for this, a bean for that, a bean for this, and I'm like, can we make them with pinto beans, do you think? I mean, all your beans just about taste alike anyway. So we tried it and we haven't looked back since. I can pinto beans, I can ham and beans, I can homemade baked beans. Yes, and we use them for so many different things. Also, the pinto beans that I can just by themselves, I can open up a jar, use some for one meal, the other half I will smush up and add some seasonings and a little bit of mozzarella cheese on top and do that refried beans with a Mexican meal. Eat some beans, y'all. Okay, we're going to let those cook and then we'll come back and do the next step. All right, y'all, we're fixing to check these. It's already naturally released. And we're going to pull these up here and, ooh, that looks good, y'all. You see that steam? Turn your pressure cooker off, okay? I better get my little mix for these. Oh, y'all, these turned out good. The right amount of water and everything. Look at this. We're going to pour these in this bowl. I'm probably going to splash everywhere. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Y'all, I don't mind the little bit of extra water in there because now we're fixing to start adding all of our seasonings. Let me move this back a little. We'll wash that out here in a little bit. Okay? I'm going to start adding some seasonings. I don't like a dry baked bean, okay? It just turns me off. So this is okay right here. And the longer they sit for just a little bit, they're still going to soak up some more water. Pinto beans do that. We're going to start adding some seasoning. We are going to add some pepper. We love peppercorns, y'all, ground up. They just emulsify the flavor a little bit. So pepper, and we like Himalayan salt. If I can get the lids off these things, Himalayan salt. Okay, then we're gonna add a little bit of garlic powder. Where is the, oh, this is not a flip top lid, sorry. Little bit of onion powder till it feels right in my soul. Y'all know me. I've cooked for many years. It just comes natural. Oh, that one did have a flip top lid. I'm glad I caught that because I was sure fixing to dump. Onion powder. We're going to kick it up a notch and we're going to add a little bit of Old Bay seasoning. We might add a lot of Old Bay seasoning. Y'all, I'm not cutting that out. Not cutting that out. Okay, let's see. Let me fix this, y'all. I'm going to scoop a bunch of this out. Blooper! Let me scoop a bunch of this out, y'all. Ooh, y'all, that was a good save. Ooh, I caught it just in time. That's going to have a lot of flavor. But I was able to scoop a bunch out. Now we're going to add, dear hubby can eat this right here, sugar-free barbecue sauce. We like his brand of a lot of his sugar-free products. So we're just going to start putting this in here. And like I said, y'all, you can add onions, you can add garlic, you can add pepper, you can add whatever you want to your baked beans. Y'all, you can also add hamburger meat to this and have your ground beef and your baked beans like a lot of people do. Now, we're just a little bit more. Y'all, I am smelling that. That was a good save, y'all. I'm not cutting that out. Hey, we're real around here. We have bloopers. We make mistakes, okay? All right. So, I am going to let this sit just a little bit more, and it's going to soak up some more of this liquid. If you don't like all that liquid, y'all, by all means, you can strain a little off. When you get ready to take them out of the pot, just pour them in a strainer and just get some of that liquid off. But I'm going to let these sit for a little bit longer, and they will just continue to soak up some of that liquid, and these will be ready for supper time. And then when it does get supper time, I will plate this up and I'll get a picture and I'll put it at the end and you can see how they turned out. That is how you make pinto beans in the Instant Pot. Y'all, here is those baked beans after they've been sitting for a little bit. I told you they would soak up some of that water. And look what a thick sauce it has turned out to look like. Y'all, this is going to be so good for tonight's supper. I'm glad I didn't overcook them, and I'm glad I kept just a little bit of the water. I didn't want to overcook them and then be mushy, so this works out perfect. So I'm fixing to get ready to plate up our supper for tonight, and then just stay tuned for the pictures at the end so you'll see what a delicious meal this turns out to make. And as always, thanks for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video. Just wait for the pictures at the end.